As a bass player, your instrument is bigger than you are, and I've always felt that if you're not strong enough, you won't succeed at the instrument. And so for me, being able to carry my bass around New York City, carrying a bass up a flight of subway stairs, running definitely helps with that. My name is Favinger. I am a professional double bassist here in New York City, and I'm originally from Maryland. I grew up in a very musical family. My grandmother was a vocalist, my other grandmother was a professional organist, and my parents were both really passionate about listening to music and going to concerts. When I was 7, I picked up the violin. I played that until 8th grade. When I decided it wasn't cool enough anymore and I wanted to play a cool instrument, I picked up the electric bass. A year later, I switched completely to upright bass, and I've been playing for the past 15 years. I started running in college after hating it for a very long time. I used it as a tool to control my anxiety, which had gotten pretty high in the stress of college music programs. I ended up not passing my first master's recital. And it became a really great source of relaxation, resetting my mind, lowering my stress level, something that allowed me to build my confidence outside of the practice room and then take that into the practice room and into auditions and rehearsals. And running gave me a lot of determination, especially for my first marathon, which was brutally slow and arduous and not something I would ever want to repeat. But I felt the same way coming off of failing my master's recital, and yet I went on to run another marathon and 12 half marathons. And so giving that recital 6 months later, I had all new music, all new technique, and I passed with flying colors. I started coaching with Girls on the Run, and I just really love to see how it encourages younger girls to grow in their confidence in their general life outside of running as well as with running. I want to provide an experience that I didn't have because there just wasn't the opportunity for it. Where I grew up, you either ran track or you didn't run at all. And I think Girls on the Run really gives younger girls the opportunity to explore running without it being a competitive environment. My favorite classical piece to run to is Mars by Gustav Holst from The Planets. I think it's super badass and it's a really great running song. Sometimes you'll keep practicing and practicing something and you won't get it right, and it just takes a lot of time and repetition, just like with running, to eventually get that segment of music right or to run the pace that you're hoping for. Not every run is perfect, and not everything that you do will always be perfect, but as long as you keep going, it will always get better. I'm Favinger, and I'm just another runner.